Muy bien, princesas. Mi nombre es el oficial Barry y soy la máxima autoridad aquí. ¿Entendido?
Sí.
Cualquier acto de insubordinación será horriblemente castigado. Así que no me hagan enojar. ¡No quieren verme enojado! Bueno, todos a sus celdas. ¡A sus celdas! Parece que alguien está tratando de huir.
No, por favor, no quiero volver a detención.
Oh, no te preocupes. Esta vez no irás a detención. Irás directo al hoyo. ¡Están castigados!
Ahora recuerdo. Ese tipo.
¡Guarda silencio! ¿No ves que estás castigado? ¡Estúpido niño! ¡Arruinaste mi siesta! Ahora tendré que dar mi ronda antes.
Hermanito. ¡Corre! ¡No podés sostenerlo mucho tiempo!
Vaya. Parece que nos faltan niños. No importa. ¡Haremos pizza de chico rubio! Este cliente no tenía mucho presupuesto. ¡Pizza de vago!
Alright everyone, buckle up, because what you're about to hear isn't just a gaming scandal, it's a terrifying expose of one of the world's biggest platforms, one that claims to be a safe haven for millions of children. We're talking about Roblox. For years, parents have been told Roblox is a safe and educational digital playground. They've shown us heartwarming ads of kids building, creating, and connecting. But today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the dark truth behind Roblox's supposed safe platform. The reality is far more sinister. Roblox is now facing a firestorm of criticism, massive lawsuits, and damning allegations of failing to protect its youngest users. This isn't just about a few bad apples. This is about systemic failures, design flaws, and an alleged corporate culture that, according to multiple sources and legal documents, prioritized growth and profit over the safety of the very children it claims to protect. And let me be clear, this isn't sensationalism. This is a deep dive into police reports, legal filings, whistleblower accounts, and the chilling experiences of those directly affected. So if you or someone you know plays Roblox, you need to hear this. It all started to really come to a head this past summer, when Roblox was hit with a massive lawsuit, and it centers on a young player, identified in court documents only as DH. The core of her claim is chillingly simple, yet profoundly disturbing. She joined Roblox, like millions of other kids, after seeing the company's extensive marketing, which promised a safe, moderated, and educational environment. She believed the company's promise that its platform was a secure place for young users to explore and interact. But the lawsuit alleges that while using Roblox, she was approached by an adult predator who skillfully misrepresented who they were. And here's where the first major red flag waves. Roblox's much-touted moderation systems, the very safeguards parents are meant to rely on, allegedly failed completely to catch this interaction. They didn't flag it. They didn't intervene. What happened next is a parent's worst nightmare. The lawsuit claims this individual groomed DH, eventually leading to her being taken from her home and horrifically abused. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. Folks, this is an alleged real-life tragedy stemming directly from vulnerabilities on the platform. And get this, she's not alone. This isn't an isolated incident that can be easily dismissed as a rarity. This problem runs deep. Since 2018, police departments across the country have arrested at least 24 individuals, accused specifically of misusing the Roblox platform to contact young users and, crucially, to move their predatory chats off platform. These weren't always strangers. Some had prior records. Others were shockingly people in positions of trust within their communities. Teachers, nurses, even a police officer. Imagine the betrayal, the violation. When someone entrusted with community safety is allegedly found to be preying on children through a platform like Roblox. Even Roblox themselves have reported over 13,000 flagged incidents on its platform in recent years. A staggering jump from roughly 3,000 just the year before. While Roblox's corporate line might be that this is just a small fraction compared to all US online reports, for any parent looking at those numbers, they don't feel small. They feel absolutely staggering, terrifying. Even the sheer volume suggests a systemic issue, not just a few isolated cases slipping through the cracks. The core claim in these mounting lawsuits is devastatingly simple, yet profoundly impactful. Roblox allegedly knew about these inherent risks. They were aware of the dangers, the vulnerabilities, the potential for harm. But they continued relentlessly to market and sell parents on the idea of a safe digital playground. They allegedly kept promoting a narrative that was in reality a dangerous illusion. Now, you might logically think that a company genuinely committed to child safety would appreciate anyone helping to keep their platform safe, right? You'd expect them to collaborate with individuals who are actively working to protect kids. Wrong. In fact, what's emerged from this crisis is quite the opposite. Some of Roblox's biggest and most influential creators, people with massive followings, have started speaking out, sharing their concerns, and in some cases even their own painful experiences. And how has Roblox responded to these voices of concern? By allegedly meeting them with a wall of corporate silencing and legal threats. Let's take the compelling and deeply troubling case of Sleep. For those unfamiliar, Sleep is a prominent YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers, deeply embedded in the Roblox community. His story isn't just about advocacy. It's rooted in personal trauma. When he was younger, Sleep himself had a deeply troubling experience involving a Roblox developer, an experience that in his own words totally messed me up mentally. It was so severe it forced him into therapy, affecting his relationships and mental well-being even to this day. That harrowing personal experience ignited a fire in him, pushing him to act. As an adult, he began actively working with law enforcement, conducting his own sophisticated investigations directly on the Roblox platform. His painstaking efforts led to the arrest of 6 individuals, 6 alleged predators, who were exploiting vulnerabilities on Roblox. Think about that for a moment. Sleep was literally doing Roblox's job for them, stepping in where their alleged moderation systems failed, and directly contributing to making the platform safer for countless children. But instead of celebrating him, instead of partnering with him, instead of acknowledging his invaluable contribution to child safety, Roblox's response was shockingly punitive. They banned his accounts, and unbelievably, sent him a cease and desist letter. Their official accusation? He was allegedly violating rules against vigilante groups. Are you hearing this? A company under fire for failing to protect children silences and punishes the very person who is actively successfully protecting them. This isn't just a misstep. It's an alleged active obstruction of justice, a direct attack on a whistleblower. They're spending more energy, more resources, and more corporate power, going after people like Sleep, trying to put a muzzle on this whole conversation, trying to silence not just the whistleblowers, but by extension the voices of the victims themselves. This is a platform that claimed to be safe, but allegedly went to extreme lengths to suppress someone, making it genuinely safer. This behavior is, to put it mildly, ethically backwards and fundamentally hypocritical. The public reaction, as you might expect, was immediate, furious, and immense. The Roblox community, which is largely made up of young people who intuitively understand right from wrong, was outraged. Developers started changing their in-game thumbnails to boldly display free sleep. Thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of players staged widespread in-game protests, refusing to play normally, all to show their solidarity. Even major influential creators from outside the immediate Roblox sphere, like Moist Critical, Jitten, and Creek, piled on, calling Roblox out for their blatant hypocrisy and backward policies. The hashtag #FreeSleep exploded, trending worldwide for 3 days straight, a testament to the sheer volume of public anger and support. This wasn't just some niche YouTube drama confined to a small corner of the internet. This was mainstream news with real-world financial consequences. Roblox's stock price plummeted by a staggering $12 billion after all this unfolded. The pressure even reached the halls of government, with Congressman Ro Khanna publicly backing Sleep, sharing a petition demanding Roblox drastically improve its safety protocols. That petition quickly hit 100,000 signatures in less than a week. The message was clear. The world was watching, and it was demanding accountability. So how did we get here? How did a platform that markets itself as the epitome of child-friendly digital entertainment allegedly become a breeding ground for predators and a battleground for whistleblowers? The mounting lawsuits and investigations point to several deeply rooted systemic design flaws and alleged corporate negligence that, in my opinion, expose a profound failure of duty. Visuals. Transition to a more analytical, almost blueprint-like visual of a Roblox-like interface with warning signs or error messages highlighted. Firstly, let's talk about easy age misrepresentation and the insidious Robux trap. For far too long, until as recently as 2021, creating an account on Roblox was ridiculously simple. All you needed was a username, a password, and a birth date. And here's the crucial part. Users could easily, and often did, lie about their age. This wasn't some minor oversight. Misrepresenting your age could unlock unrestricted chat features, throwing younger, more vulnerable players into direct communication with adults who might be predators. YouTubers like Gideon and Rob the Master, who have become well known for their harrowing work exposing bad actors on various platforms, explicitly stated how easy it was. They said when they went on Roblox with a decoy account, it did not take long for it to get attention from alleged child predators. It was almost instantaneous. This isn't theoretical. This is direct empirical evidence of a fundamental flaw, and it gets even more insidious. The game operates on an in-game currency called Robux. Players use Robux to buy rare accessories, customize their avatars, and gain status within the virtual world. Many younger players become incredibly obsessed with accumulating Robux. The lawsuits and expert analyses point out that these players, desperate for virtual wealth, often express sentiments like "I'll do anything for Robux." This creates a deeply dangerous vulnerability. Alleged bad actors can, and do, exploit this by dangling the promise of Robux to gain control, influence, and ultimately leverage over unsuspecting children, manipulating them into moving conversations off-platform or performing other inappropriate actions. It's a psychological tool built directly into the game's economy, and it's being allegedly weaponized against kids. Roblox claims it's taking stronger steps now. They've rolled out ID verification, asking players over 13 to scan a government-issued ID and a selfie to gain access to certain features. They're even testing age estimation using machine learning. And new features like trusted connections are supposed to limit deeper chat and voice features to people you actually know in real life. These are steps, yes, but are they enough? Critics argue these measures are too little, too late, and still don't address the fundamental issues for millions of younger, unverified users. As one investigator put it, "We weren't just finding 1 or 2 predators on there. We've caught 6 off of the game itself. But not only that, we've had dozens of these guys, just contacting and grooming our decoy that we sadly weren't able to catch." And the real sad thing out here is that Roblox is going around telling parents that they're one of the safest apps for children, when from my own experience, that's not the case. Next, let's talk about questionable content and the glaring lack of effective moderation. In 2017, Roblox proudly claimed it had thousands of moderators working 24/7 complemented by advanced filters blocking unsafe content. That sounds robust, right? The reality, according to investigations and whistleblower accounts, looks disturbingly different. For starters, Roblox has for extended periods hosted numerous games with incredibly questionable and frankly inappropriate themes. We're talking about titles like Run from Diddy Simulator, Shower Simulator, and Bloody Battles. The very fact that these games, with their explicit or suggestive themes, existed on a platform marketed to children for years, fundamentally undercuts Roblox's entire claim of being a safe, diligently moderated place. It signals an environment where harmful content can thrive, allegedly unchecked. But it's not just the games themselves that are concerning. It's the sheer scale of the platform versus its alleged moderation capabilities. Roblox is now the go-to social platform for younger audiences, with an astounding 78 million users logging in every single day. The platform processes more than 50,000 chat messages every second. Roblox claims its AI and human reviewers scan all of this text, audio, and images. But here's the deeply problematic discrepancy. The company allegedly employs only about 3,000 human moderators. Let's put that into perspective. Compare that to TikTok, a platform that, while having roughly 3 times Roblox's daily users, employs over 13 times the number of moderators. The imbalance is staggering. This alleged understaffing isn't just speculation. 8 current and former trust and safety staff members have courageously described a culture where requests for more resources were routinely ignored, where backlogs of incident reports piled up alarmingly, and where one manager even quit after promised hires for her team never materialized. Some employees claim protective features they suggested, like simple pop-up warnings for certain interactions, were explicitly rejected. Furthermore, safety settings like blocking strangers in chat were allegedly switched off by default, placing the onus on parents to proactively find and enable them, rather than ensuring safety from the outset. This paints a picture of a company allegedly prioritizing growth metrics over the fundamental safety mechanisms its users and their parents expect. And finally, let's talk about the pervasive issue of bypassing the filters. Glaring, obvious loopholes. Once again, Roblox frequently points to its advanced AI moderation as a key solution. But even employees admit that the tech still routinely misses the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, signs of unsafe behavior. The gaps aren't small. They're canyon-sized. For example, the filters are designed to block explicit words or direct references to off-platform communication, like Snapchat or Discord. But users, and especially predators, easily get around these by using emojis, by tweaking the spelling just slightly, or by using coded language that a simple AI keyword filter can't catch. Even something as critical as phone numbers is allegedly blocked if you type the digits, but not if you simply spell them out. The lawsuits argue, quite compellingly, that these kinds of obvious loopholes aren't accidental. They prove that Roblox knows the risk of off-platform communication. It's why they built filters in the first place. Yet they allegedly leave these glaring, easily exploitable workarounds wide open. It's an alleged willful blindness that has devastating consequences. In court, Roblox's usual defense mechanism, one that most major online platforms lean on, might not be enough to save them this time. Typically, companies like Instagram or YouTube are protected by a crucial piece of legislation known as Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. This law largely shields websites and apps from being held liable for what their users post. It's why Instagram doesn't get dragged into court every time someone uploads something harmful. The responsibility falls on the user. But here's where the legal landscape is shifting, and why these lawsuits against Roblox are fundamentally different. The legal arguments aren't just about what individual users are posting or saying. They're about the company itself. Lawyers are arguing that Roblox designed the platform in inherently risky ways, that it marketed it as safe despite knowing the dangers, and that it then allegedly ignored clear, repeated warning signs and whistleblower reports. And critically, at least one court has already indicated that Section 230 does not cover misrepresentation. So if Roblox actively tells parents, through its marketing and public statements, that its platform is safe and it demonstrably is not, that responsibility, that liability could fall squarely on Roblox, not just on its users. This is a monumental shift, and it's why these lawsuits are so profoundly important. These aren't just isolated legal battles. They represent far more than a few individual complaints. They are part of a broader global movement pushing powerful tech companies to take genuine accountability, especially when their platforms are designed in ways that harm children. Multiple cases are now moving forward, and ultimately, a jury will have to decide if Roblox should be held responsible. And if the plaintiffs win, the fallout could be absolutely monumental. It would set crucial precedents that might force not only Roblox but countless other platforms like it to fundamentally overhaul how they verify users, how they moderate content, and most importantly, how they genuinely protect their younger audiences. This could reshape the entire landscape of online child safety. I know this video is intense. I know the topics we've covered are disturbing, and frankly, I know YouTube often flags and restricts videos on this topic, making it harder for this crucial information to reach a wider audience. It's scary for creators to even put out information like this, but we feel it's our absolute duty to make sure that everyone, especially parents and young users, knows the full truth. If you or someone you know has been affected, if you're scared about something you experienced or witnessed on Roblox, please know you are not alone. There are resources available, and there are legal avenues being pursued. Reach out for help. Call a lawyer, find out about your legal options. As one lawyer in these cases stated, terrible things happen on Roblox. Hundreds and hundreds of people have come forward. We're here for you. There is strength in numbers, and together we can demand real change. This isn't just about a game anymore. This is about protecting children in the digital age. This is about holding powerful corporations accountable. If Roblox won't ensure safety on their own platform, then we, the public, the parents, the victims, and the justice system will make sure that they are held accountable in the courtroom and in the court of public opinion. Thank you for watching this incredibly important video. If you found this information valuable, please like this video to help push past the algorithms and spread awareness. Share it with every parent, every friend, every gamer you know. And subscribe for more in-depth, honest investigations into the stories that truly matter. Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We need to keep this conversation going.
Parece que nos faltan niños. No importa. Haremos pizza de chico rubio. Este cliente no tenía mucho presupuesto. ¡Pizza de vago! Pony, no. Yo soy tu creador.
¡Mi muñecos!
¡Está vivo! ¡Muere! ¡Sigues tú!
Give me them cookies back! Granny's coming to get you. Ah! Give me them cookies back! Come here, you! Ah! Give me them cookies back! Ah! Come here, you! Granny's coming to get you! Granny's coming to get you! Give me the cookies back! Come here, you!
Muy bien, princesas. Mi nombre es el oficial Barry y soy la máxima autoridad aquí. ¿Entendido? Sí. Cualquier acto de insubordinación será horriblemente castigado. Así que no me hagan enojar. ¡No quieren verme enojado! Bueno, todos a sus celdas. ¡A sus celdas!
Ugh!